My name is Robert Beeler. I'm in Wabash Valley.
So obviously, Robert, we're interviewing you through a cuff port, which means you're not in the unit that you're normally in. Tell us where you are right now and why you're here.
I'm in CCU for a fight.
What CCU is another word for
Shoot. Oh.
seg.
Yeah.
So tell me about the fight. What happened?
Well, we was playing cards. We got into it, and he smacked my face with the cards. So I wasn't gonna do nothing, but somebody talked me into it. So he went somewhere to sit down. I ran up on him from the back, hit him a couple times. Then he's on the ground. I started kicking him. So,
Did it really just make you that mad?
yeah.
Just over some cards hitting you in the face?
Yeah. I felt disrespected.
Did you feel bad after you beat him up, or?
Nah.
This isn't your first time in SEG, right?
Nah.
So you had been in SEG before you got in that fight,
Yes.
and that didn't make you never want to come back.
It did, but I'm not finna let nobody smack me in my face with no cards, though. So I hit him back.
So how long did it take before you knew you were coming back to SEG after that happened?
After I did it,
So tell me what happened. So you had him on the ground, you were kicking him, then what happened next?
they broke it up.
And then what did they do? They just come, do they cuff you and take you right to SEG after that?
Nah, they took me to my cell. I was on red tag. It's like basically I had to be in my room all day. I couldn't call out nobody else. They had me on red tag about 4 days. Then I got seen by a screening lady, and they sent me here.
What's red tag?
When you in your room all day, 23 hours locked down by yourself, you and your roommate,
So what did they tell you about how long you'll be in SEG this time?
3 months, 3.5 months.
If you could just say, they told me I'm going to be in SEG.
They said I'm being safe for 3.5 months.
3.5 months. How long have you been down here now?
About 4 days.
So you still have quite a while to sit in a SEG cell
Yeah.
before you get out.
Yeah.
Explain to people who might be watching this what that's like, knowing you're going to be sitting in a SEG cell for 3.5 months.
I mean, it's different for me. I mean, I did it before, I could do it again. I mean, I just do it.
What do you do when you're in your cell all day?
Read a book, or work out, or talk to people across the hall.
And you said you actually know another kid who's in SEG with you?
Yes.
So tell me about that.
I met him when I first got here. He's my first write-up. Then I got into 10 with him. Then I came to CCU first. I came to CCU the first time. We got cool. Yeah, I talked to him.
So what brought you to Wabash in the first place? What are you in for, and how long is your sentence?
I had 3.5 years. I'm here for violation, intimidation. Really, I wanted to see my brother though, because he's in a juvenile block. So I got into trouble just to come here.
You got in trouble on the outside to get arrested so you could come to Wabash to see your brother who's already here.
Yeah. He was in the juvenile block first, but I still didn't get to see him. They moved him. The day before I got there, he went to the adult block.
He was what?
He went to the adult side.
So you got in all that trouble and got locked up here and never got to see him after all. Have you seen him since you've been here?
Yes.
What's that like, knowing you're 17?
Yes.
And your brother, who is
19.
19,
No, he about to be 19. But
so you're both in a maximum security adult prison. How do you explain that to people?
I mean, you can't.
So is there something about where you grew up, something that you think just almost, it was almost a foregone conclusion that you would end up in prison?
I mean, nah. After my father's death, I started doing worse things, but I always been bad. It just, I wanted to see my brother in the first place, because he called a dog case. So when I turned 16, I called it a dog case. And I seen he went to prison, and they sent me home. So I got validated to come back here.
You said you've always been bad. What do you mean you've always been
I mean, I always been in trouble. I've always been a juvenile. I've been in placements. I went to Vegas, went to boot camp. I mean, I always been in trouble.
And none of that worked?
Nah.
No place that they sent you before you ended up in prison worked? None of the therapy, none of the placements, juvenile detention, nothing worked?
Nah.
Why do you think it didn't work?
You can't change nobody that don't want to change.
So you don't want to change?
I mean, I do now, not really, but I don't. I mean, this not gonna make me better or worse. Well, it ain't gonna make me worse. It's what I do.
Do you remember, like, what's your first memory of getting in trouble or doing something bad? Do you remember how old you were?
I was 9 with a juvenile, and I liked it.
Tell me about that, how old you were and what you were doing.
I was at school, and I got in a fight with this dude, and they tried to, basically, put me in a little room, and I didn't, I didn't want to go in the room. So I grabbed a chair, and I threw it at the teacher, and he tried to grab me. I grabbed his watch, and I split his wrist open. So they locked me up, sent me to juvenile.
Were you just angry by age 9?
Yeah.
I mean, 9, you're still a little kid. Right? I mean, think of a 9-year-old now. Does that seem weird to you that a 9-year-old would have that much anger?
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were angry about?
I mean, it just cause, I don't like people putting their hands on me, when I get some fights and stuff, but one time I got in a fight at school, and this dude that I didn't know, somebody's parent grabbed me up. After that, I didn't like people putting their hands on me that I didn't know. And the gym teacher tried to put his hands on me. So I was trying to get off of him. I grabbed his watch, and I was pulling on it. I guess it cut his wrist.
How do you think people on the outside view you? What do you think they think about you? Here's a 17-year-old in a maximum security adult prison who also happens to be sitting in SEG. What do you think people think about kids like you?
I mean, different people, I don't know. I really don't care.
What do you want them to think? What do you want them to know? What would you want somebody on the outside to know about you?
That I ain't coming back.
So you think this is it? You think this is your last time in prison?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it is.
Do you think it's doing any good for you? Do you feel like, all right, I've had enough of this. I've been doing this stuff since I was 9 years old. I'm over it?
Yeah. I've been trying. I mean, I've been trying to improve. It's slowly but surely. I've been reading the Bible. I've been trying to change, but I don't know.
Can you think of any reason why? You said your brother, is your cousin also here?
Yes.
So there's 3 family members all in the same prison. Was there abuse in your background or something that you think?
It wasn't our day. Got caught for what we was doing.
So what makes you, when you were out and you were doing what you were doing, what made you do that? Was there something was it just one morning you woke up and said, hey, let's go do this? What was your mindset?
I mean, on my first case, when my brother caught his case, I missed him. But I didn't catch it on purpose. But I was doing stuff that I really didn't care if I get locked up for it. I wouldn't cry about it. So I got caught for a case. And basically, I plead guilty because I know he was going to prison. So I wanted to go, and it didn't work out that way. They gonna send me home on house arrest, and house arrest is boring. So he wrote me a letter and told me like how much fun he was having here. It's Friday. My cousin was down there, and my friend was down there. So I wrote him like I'm on my way. I did something stupid to get there.
You really think they meant that? That they like it here?
I don't know.
Or is that just a lot of talk?
I mean, it's fun, but it ain't better than the house. But I really wanted to see him, my cousin, anyway. And they had like 2 years left, so I knew if I had called a little case, I wouldn't get that much time off of it.
So would you consider yourself, when you were on the outs, do you think you were a violent guy? Do you think you were, how would you describe yourself? What kind of stuff?
I could get violent, but really a goofy guy.
So like, what'd you get? What were some of your charges again?
Well, this time it was 3 counts of intimidation and battery, but they dropped 2 and gave me 1.
So who'd you get into it with? Who'd you batter? What was?
I got into it with my brother, and I got into it with a neighbor, an officer.
And an officer? Fighting?
Nah, I got a fight with my brother. Then somebody called the police. I chased my neighbor down the street. Then the officer came, saying like I'm killing.
Said what?
I told him I was gonna kill him.
You told the officer you were going to kill him?
Yeah.
Is that the intimidation?
Yeah.
Did you mean it?
Nah. I just knew it would get me locked up.
People are going to find that so hard to believe that you would want to be locked up.
I mean, I don't know. It just I've been around my brother all my life, and like I'm so used to being with him. I wanted to come.
He was the older, bigger brother. You looked up to him?
Nah, I ain't look up to him. It just we always together, so I decided to forget it.
So what's it like for you being on the youth unit at Wabash? Tell us what that's like. Start by saying being on the unit is like whatever.
Be truthful. Being on a unit make me feel like I'm the king of that motherfucker. I'm truthful. I mean, like, there's a lot of people down there scared of me. And I ain't like that.
You don't like that?
I mean, I liked it, but that's why, I put a counsel request in because I wanted to go to the adult block because I feel like couldn't nobody in there handle me. Like,
the other kids can't handle you.
yeah.
So you think you should be on the adult side because that's really where you feel like you belong.
Yeah. But now, I'm about to go to G or F, and that's for my brother at E&G house, because he came from CCU too. When he turned 18, he went to CCU, and E&G house. That's my cousin there too, trying to go over there.
So do you feel like you are intimidating to the younger guys on the unit?
That's how they was making it. I mean, people PC'd on me. I mean, people were scared of me, gave me what I wanted. I liked it.
So do you think prison's just sort of a way of life for your family?
Nah.
You don't feel that way?
My father had killed. He died in front of me, my brother Kenny face. But my mom, yeah, she's still in the picture. She's still writing us and stuff.
Your dad got killed in front of you?
Mm.
How?
We at the house. Somebody knocked on the door. I ain't gonna say no names. Somebody knocked on the door, and my dad opened the door. Dude was like, "You motherfucker," pushed him, I guess. Then he started shooting. My dad ran back in where we was at, and he fell on the ground. He stopped, he started fighting for breath, and he stopped breathing.
How old were you?
14.
You were 14 when that happened in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that affected you forever?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, most kids really can't imagine having their dad shot and killed in front of them. What did you do after that? Do you even remember? Was it just...
But that day, made threats. That's all I could do.
And how do you think your family as a whole handled all that?
Like, some got into it, some, I don't know.
Was it gang related?
Nah.
No.
It was a so-called friend. It was a friend did it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's funny.
Did anybody ever want revenge?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, final question. When you get out, how do you want your life to be? What do you picture for yourself once you get out of here?
I mean, I got a girlfriend now, so I just really try to just me and her get on a partner stuff. Stop getting in trouble.
And if we were to come back, catch up with you again, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now,
I ain't gonna be here.
you won't be here. Who would we see at that time? What kind of guy would you be at that time?
But I'm planning on going to college when I get out and get my mechanical license. I'll probably be in a shop by then.
You probably what?
Probably be in a mechanical shop by then.
Any final words you would want to say? Want anybody to know about you and your life?
Nah.
Can you picture the day you walk out of these doors?
Yeah.
What's that picture look like?
Like, I first get out, my mom gonna be there with me a Dickie set, put it on. I go to my girl house, and we go out to eat or something.